Hey everyone, I'm going to react to Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5, Episode 7, and The Port in the Sky, Part 3. Last episode was super awesome because I felt like everything went our way instead of Fukuchi's way, which was super awesome. You had, what's his name? Um, ugh, Nikolai. Nikolai breaking into Mersault, and now he has Dazai and Fyodor inject themselves this poison, and they were gonna try to escape the prison, and whoever does first gets the antidote, and then the other one dies. I refuse to believe that Dazai's gonna die at the end of this. Hopefully, I don't know, because I feel like Fyodor, you never know, but hopefully he dies at the end of this, you know. And then you had Fukuchi trying to unleash the vampire army because that's the only way that they were gonna basically release the one order to him. And he was about to go get Bram, but then Bram is running away with Aya, and Aya gave him her phone so he can listen to music and all that, and he called her goddess and all that. So yeah, last episode was fun. And before we get into this one, if you guys are my reaction, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and please consider supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/feelymini. And now let's start this episode. And here we go.
Okay guys, in case the reaction gets blocked and I had to cut out the reaction itself, you can just look in the pinned comment in the comment section where for the link to the reaction highlight itself, so you can just click on it, watch it, and then you just come back for my review.
He felt like he was the most normal. Yeah. Belated explanation? I'm not gonna do any of this. Oh, this is reminding me of Ocean's 11. What the frick? So what happens if they both make it at the same time? What is it?
巡回警備兵が使う無線機。2つ目は最高警備長級認可の回避カード。目は効果爆弾火薬増量型。4つ目は衛星通信電話機。これで世界中の協力者に応援を要請できる。ある意味ですね。勝負はすでに始まっているというわけですか。お先にどうぞ。私はこれを。なるほど。いいだろう。誰よりも合理的で冷徹。さあ、太宰君、君は何を？そうだな。私はこれがいいね。
Which one? Huh?
私
Was it part of the choice?
何を
Planning?
考えてる。
I can't even think about it. Like, I wouldn't even know what he plans to do with them. So let me not think about it. Each time I see Akutaga, I'm like, he's a vampire. Mm.
眷属に新たな勅命を下せるのは政権を福地が握った時のみ。
Oh. Okay.
穴を掘って200年ほど眠り、事態の好転を待つ。
あんた、能力以外はほんまポンコツやな。
頂上、走れ。
Okay, that's better. For some reason, I thought it was Fukushi.
何を企んでる。私が今何を考えているかわかるか。
Can you be working slowly?
私を何に利用する気だ。 官もヒョードルは出口に近づいているんだぞ。
それはどうかな。僕にはもう一つ手札があります。
なるほど。細工は流々。
Of course he does.
不敬なるぞ。
Well, he did say he can't control them, but if they see him, they stop.
連中の狙いは世のみ。
あかん、それだけはブラちゃん取られたら
Well, then he can commit the army and stuff. So that's why she's running away with him. Because I was asking myself,
こうすればいいんです。
I heard his voice. That's clearly him.
ちょっと監獄観光してく。めったに来られる場所じゃないし。
お前は地獄でも観光してる。
あ、そうだ。職員用配膳室に行く。囚人食に飽きたから甘いものをたらふく食べたい。
Okay, I'm just gonna let you do what you're doing, because it's clearly somewhere. I just don't know where.
私には負けられぬ理由がある。
ヒョードルの異能を暴けだと。
君の暗殺に失敗したことは次期フョードル君も気づくだろう。つまり彼を殺さない限り君の安息の家は手に入らない。
自分でも驚くほど心を揺さぶった。この世の誰もが生まれた家を持つ。
But you were born out of the book.
私以外は
Sorry.
ヒョードルを倒す。そして誰にも手出しできない。私だけの家を手に入れる。
Wait, is he gonna join the agency?
私を利用させない。
Hmm.
そういう感じか。君をここから生きて出すと約束しよう。
くっつくな。
Is that part of Fyodor's plan?
この監獄で最強の特務護衛官。
Who's the intruder?
音が収まった。
Can't see it.
天使が囁いてくれた。天使？何の話だ？
You know who that is?
持っていないはず。
His heartbeat.
そもそも
Sticking it.
何者だ？一つしかありえないだろう。
He's surprised. Why?
うわ、怖っ。囚人 D18 番、動くな。両手を上げろ。抵抗すれば射殺。
I thought they said you were gonna kill you on sight. Oh, wasn't that what Nikolai said?
これは。なるほど。侵入者が誰か分かった。
Why can't I figure it out? Should I have figured it out by now?
嫌な手札を切ってきたな。
Oh.
重力を操る。
Oh!
中原中也だ。
こちらは私と君。あちらはフョードルと昼夜。勝てるわけがない。
投げって言葉あるやん。変な言葉やなってずっと思っててわかったわ。こういう状態のことか。
Ah, to see.
確か探偵社のお兄さん、なんでここに？
もちろんランポさんの推理です。誰かが福地から逃げていると推理するのはランポさんには簡単です。そんなわけで僕の仕事はあなたを救助。
Okay, can y'all hurry up and go to safety? Continue that conversation there.
農民か。世の領地を開墾する気はないか。
僕はもう探偵社員として農業のついでに探偵業をしておりますので。
ついでな。
See.
墓地に狼は来ますか？
狼？ああ、来る。
狼が来ました。
Fuguchi.
僕は羊を守らなく
He pierced him the last time. I didn't like it.
逃げる少女とブラムを追い、先に自陣に連れ込んだ側が勝利だ。それがどういうことかわかるか、アツシ。
あの女の子。まさか。
No, it's not. It's the best captain.
でも大事な人って
お前じゃよ。心躍るの。
先に逃げてください。あの人に勝てるかちょっとわかりません。
Look at the power of.
死ぬでないぞ農民。
待っていただいてありがとうございます。
当然だ。ジョーノはどこだ。ジョーノが行方不明だ。
Go ask your chief.
知りません。一緒に探しましょうか。
何？一緒に探してくれるのか。
はい。
助かる。いや待て。すまない。間違えた。悪いが談笑している時間はない。ジョーノを助ける。
He's the one I like the most. Well, yeah, I like him the most. Because I feel like he has a sense of honor, of justice. The others, I don't know.
殺してしまう。
虎の力でもびくともしない。
おっと吹きじゃったか。
I doubt it.
そんなことを。
ちょっと違う。
What is it? Okay.
僕を探してたって。違う。僕があなたを探してた。それを見せるために。
無駄死にはもっとごめんだ。だから調査結果を伝えます。探偵者は無実でした。
偽装映像じゃ。
そう思いたければ思えばいい。
俺も知った。そそる絵になる男になってきましたかね。
There's something between just the two of them.
そそる絵になってきたと思わんか。
I wonder on the plane. So now he knows.
消息を絶った。
探偵者の作戦は
協力するなら教える。
条件がある。探偵者の作戦に三者に合わせよ。次公爵じゃ。協力するか否かはそやつと話して決める。
That's dangerous.
どう考えて
Yeah.
わかりました。ちょっと待ってください。
探偵者の怪力異能か。凄まじいな。だが、王は猟犬だ。
And I'm back to being upset. Last episode, I was so happy because everything was going our way. And then this episode, this happens. First off, the match, the game between Fyodor and Dazai started. Nikolai went through the whole of how Mersault is set up and all of that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna remember all of these things. I know there were at one point there's gonna be this dense water that if you're in it like a little bit, you're gonna be poisoned or something or other. You're gonna die. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they have to overcome. But then he gives them these things that they can choose from, you know. Fyodor, well, that's why I let Fyodor go first. Fyodor went and took out the card that would open basically the exit out of the Mersault. But then Dazai turns around and he chooses, what was his name again? Sigma. I'm like, why do you want Sigma? I have no clue. They started not even running, just walking. And then they started dancing and Sigma was getting upset. Like, what are you doing? Why are we not trying to escape? Fyodor's probably way out there somewhere. And Dazai's like, somehow I don't think so. And then they go back to Fyodor. He's just sitting there with Nikolai. And Nicola said, "Oh, so you must have something up your sleeve." And I'm like, "Of course he does." Then they go back to, I guess, Sigma, and they show us this flashback with him and Nikolai basically telling him that should help them defeat Fyodor, no, reveal Fyodor's ability. That's what he said. That he could not find a home, which appeals to Sigma because he really doesn't have one. He was born out of the book out of nowhere. So he doesn't have any family ties, any place that he can call home. So that appeals to him. And you see him being determined to not let anyone control him. And when he made that realization, that's like just looking at him like, so that's what you want or something, or that he sort of like acknowledged, he sort of real, oh, he probably knew what he was thinking, and he's like, okay, so you've come to, now you are ready or something. And then that's when he told him that he was gonna help him escape and stuff. I still don't know why he wanted Sigma, but I guess we'll see. And then they started hearing all these noises and stuff, and then you see the foot or the feet, whatever, of the intruder, and I'm like, who is this intruder? Yes, I was seeing the I'm not say crevices, like sort of like the punch, the way the walls and everything was like punched through or whatever, I don't know, like the guy, like the mess that was around. I was seeing all those things, but my mind never went to Chuya. Like it never went there. Never. I'm like, is this someone that I'm supposed to know? I feel like it is someone that I'm supposed to know, but it just never went there. And then when it was revealed that it was Chuya, that he was a vampire, I'm like, ugh. First, they turned Akutagawa into a vampire. They're using him the way they want to use him. And now they're turning Chuya into a vampire as well. Like, so he's on Fyodor's side against his will, of course. And then now you have Dazai and Sigma, basically. So it's like 2-on-2. That's what Dazai put it. But like, I still don't know how they're getting out of the prison and why Dazai wanted Sigma and not any of the other things that were there. I'm sure he does. He does have a plan. I just don't know what it is. Now, moving away from them and going to Aya and Bram. They were at the airport, right? They were near the entrance trying to figure out a way to get out. She asked Bram if he can control the guards, and he's like, no, I cannot. And that with the sword inside of him, he can't really do anything unless it's Fukuchi that's holding the sword, and then why not? I'm like, okay. So he asked her if she was a fast runner, and she's like, yeah. And then he's like, run. And then you see this vampire like show up, and then I don't know if they kicked her or punched her or something. I don't know. Then she fled back and all of that. And then she was there, and then she had this flash about her father calling her like a worthless woman, and he's a police officer. Okay, sure. And I think she was despairing or something at that point. Then you hear Kenji's voice, and I was so happy to see him. And then he started like tossing those vampires around and all of that. I was so happy to see him. And then who should show? I don't know. Bram asked if he was a farmer, and that he should come from his land. I'm like, oh my gosh. I also love that moment when Aya was telling Bram that if he wasn't, he would be lazy, something or other like that. If he wasn't, I forgot how he phrased it, but that was funny. And then Suehiro shows up. And I remember the last time what he did to Kenji, like stabbed him multiple times. Like I really hated seeing that. And now it's like about to be a rematch between these two, and it was sort of like going well, but then he's like, I'm stronger, and Kenji, and Kenji's like passed out and bleeding and all of that. So I'm like, okay. And then you had say Tanjiro, Akatsuki. What Akatsuki? Akatsuki. Oh yeah. Mm-mm. Sushi. You had a sushi running and running, and then they showed us how Rumple was like, okay, now this is a ball game. Basically, whoever gets Aya and Bram on their side wins, and since he's the fastest runner and all of that, so he sent him. And then you see this little girl that looks like Aya there crying, and I'm like, no, that's not Aya. I immediately knew it was the vice captain, and it was her. And then he grabbed hold of Asushi and was sort of squeezing him, and he was about to take out his phone. And then she took the phone out of his hand. Turns out to be a recording of Tachihara basically telling her that the detective agency was innocent and that he was probably dead and all of that. And he used a sentence that it should have only been between them two, that only him could have said out those words. And that should have convinced her that it was not fake, that the video was not fake. But in the world that they live in, I'm sure you can find a way to know something that happened between just two people. I mean, they were on a casino, flying casino. There were probably cameras around. There were probably some kind of recording. So she might think, someone recorded their conversation while they were there, and then whatever. Either way, it seemed like it was affecting her. But then she's like, the only way I'm gonna believe this or something or other is if I see the person that behind this plan is of yours, basically Rumple. And I'm like, that's dangerous. And even as she said so, but then he's like, it's the only way, if anyone can convince her and have her on our side, it's gonna be Rumple. And then he's out there dialing Rumple's number, and I'm like, hope. Like, she had this sick smile on her face after she saw Asushi dialing. So I seriously hope, I pray, that this is all part of a plan, that she's not, like, if she gets to meet Rumple and she sort of like betrays them or something, that is all part of Rumple's plan, like he saw it coming or something. Because people, like I've been saying, and that's why last episode was so amazing to me, like it was so fun, it's because things went our way. So I don't know. So hopefully it goes that way the next time around. I'm like, yeah. What else happened in this episode? Yeah, I think that's basically it. That's where it ended. So thank you guys for watching. And if you like this reaction, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you want to see my reaction to the next episode, the link is gonna be in the description box and in the comment section. So just click on it and check it out. So I'll see you next time. Bye. ポテンシャル高いほどめんどくさいドロッパーメンタリティ